Hey, what's going on guys? Nick from Soho Motorsports, and we got George's 2009 Nissan 370Z. This client is an addict for power. He loves making horsepower. He's got a high horsepower 300ZX. He brought us this Nissan 370Z to make more power on it. We upgraded the turbos, we upgraded the fueling system, and it made over 700 wheel. Let's talk about how it did that on the stock motor. All right, so 370Z guys, this is gonna be a fun build for you guys just because it's a simple stock motor turbo application that makes great power. So the main reason that I always talk about oil gallery gaskets, or why I do talk about oil gallery gaskets on the 370Zs, is because it is the Achilles heel for the VHR motor. And then this one in particular, this one had a very bad scenario with the oil gallery gaskets where they were blown out to the point one of the guides was actually wearing through the metal. So 09, we always talk about it, 14 and older, it's gonna have the paper gaskets. 14 and newer, it's gonna have the better gaskets. However, it's gonna have the actual hardware that is going to back out on those and also cause you to lose oil pressure. So regardless if you're a 09 or a 17, highly recommend going with the oil gallery gaskets because we've seen cars come in here with 20,000 miles that had them blown out, and we've seen cars come in here with 150,000 miles and they're not blown out. So you don't want to take that chance. A lot of times what happens is when you do take that chance, as with anything in life, that's when you have an issue. So oil gallery gaskets were upgraded to the EPS oil gallery gasket setup. It's got the nice hardware for it, so he is dialed in for that scenario. We also upgraded the clutch with the Z-Speed Super 6 clutch on this, so he's now able to hold the power. It is a stock motor, 1300cc injectors, fuel return system. It has the fast intention stage 1 twin turbo kit. It came to us with the stage 1 twin turbo kit. All we did is upgrade the actual turbos to the stage 3 turbos to actually have more top end. And when this client does want to go built motor, or if he wants to make even more power, whatever the case may be, now he has the turbos to be able to do that. So let's discuss what type of power this vehicle put down. It is tuned on EcuTech. It does have the flex fuel capabilities along with custom mapping, Race ROM 6. EcuTech is such a great software. It's almost a full standalone system at this point. Very rarely have I found a time when I'm like, yeah, 370Zs need a standalone at this time. We even ran it on NISMO Bay, running on all of the big power cars that make over 1,000 wheels. So the stock ECU is very capable until we get to a point where it does need a standalone system. Then we can discuss that option. However, as of right now, 90% of the vehicles that do come through here do utilize the stock ECU along with the EcuTech software. So let's discuss the power that this vehicle put down. We did 2 maps on pump gas, and then we also did a 3rd map on E85. So on pump gas, the low boost table was going to be around 9 PSI, and around 9 PSI, it put down 479 wheel and 430 foot-pounds of torque. That's fun power. You can give it to your significant other. You can give it to somebody that hasn't really gone into boost or has a taste of boost. They can get a little taste of boost and be able to still drive the car. Map 2, a little under 14 PSI for pump gas. That's typically where I stop off on pump gas. It is a high compression motor, 11:1. Pump gas, high boost. That's never a really good combination until you add E85 into the mix, which allows you to actually ramp up the boost and increase the timing with the 85. So map 2, 580 wheel, 490 foot-pounds of torque. So this thing's almost making 600 wheel on pump gas. Now, we put the E85 in it. When we put the E85 in it, there was still about a quarter tank of 93 in it. And as I always say, it's like a cocktail. It brought it down to about E50. So one thing I will say on these vehicles, when you're running high boost levels, somewhere in the 17, 18 PSI on the stock motor, staying around the E50 is gonna be where that single pump is happy. Once you go higher on ethanol content, the twin pump is going to be something that's a necessity. CJM offers a twin pump assembly. It is a great assembly. The only other time you need the twin pump assembly is going to be when you're going supercharge, just because the supercharger does utilize a lot more fuel and it is asking for a lot more load from the actual engine itself. So single pump on this vehicle, 525. It is hardwired with a spot kit to retain the constant voltage to that fuel pump, so it doesn't have any draw or doesn't have any fall off on fuel pressure. So it's going to be able to hold and sustain the fuel pressure it needs to make the power. So Map 1 on E50, it put down 527 and 462. Now we're really starting to pick up power. We're able to increase the timing with the E85 blend that's in the vehicle at this point right now. Map 2, 613 wheel, 515 foot-pounds of torque. So like I said, we're really picking up steam. Now, map 3 is gonna be the full gusto. I'm gonna give everything that I can. And at map 3, 17.7 PSI, a little under 18 PSI. This vehicle put down 717 wheel horsepower and 569 foot-pounds of torque. Torque is a little bit higher than I would like it to be. However, it's further in the power band. They are bigger turbos. So the nice thing is with the bigger turbos, the torque is going to shift more to the right side of the actual power band in the actual graph that you'll see. So as with any of these vehicles that we do dial them back a little bit off of the dyno for reliability, just because the road is actually going to put more load on the engine. It's going to create more boost. We typically see about a pound of boost more on the road than what we see on the dyno. So 700 wheel, Nissan 370Z, stock engine. So you can do this on the stock engine as long as you ramp the boost in and keep the torque low. Somewhere around the 550 to 560 foot-pounds of torque is usually where we see that things are very happy and they tend to last. So let's go for a ride with Justin. He loves big power cars. Let's see what he thinks. All right, so we are back in Georgia's 2009 370Z twin turbo 700+ wheel stock motor. This thing is going to be stupid because it's also really cold here. So obviously cold and power are always Spin City whenever you get them together.
So George, last vehicle, he brought us a C32 and we did an engine and some turbos and that one upgraded. They make great power, pump gas, like right under 500 wheel if I remember correctly.
Yep.
This one though, y'all ever heard that phrase, hits like a freight train? That's what we're in now. It's stock engines, original Fast and Tetris kits, first model they ever made. Kevin from Fast and Tetris confirmed that when we called him and said, hey, we got these monster stage 3 CHRAs and we want to put this on the kit, will it fit? So this thing is the OG Fast and Tetris kit, but it's got stage 3 turbos on it now. So yeah, it punches real hard when they do come online. It's open external dump, so it's just like the rowdiest possible version of a twin turbo kit.
Single exit too, so I mean it's the closest it comes to of sound like a GTR that you can get to. So this is definitely going to be a fun car. And if you can notice, I'm not holding the camera this time. We got some new equipment we're trying out. So comment below what you think. We should keep going with this way. Definitely is easier to talk about and pay attention as well too. So come around this crest here, and then we'll do the pull that we normally do. Make sure that there aren't any government officials in the area, and then we'll do what we do here.
Oh, this thing just stands up on the back end.
It's also on air too, so yeah.
Spicy. Yes. Like I said, you heard it. It's like you getting that throttle, man. It's like nothing.
Yeah. Definitely stands up, and that's and the way that we tune these things is we try to tune it to where it has a very linear, almost like supercharger power band, but still has the torque that you need, that you get from a turbo kit. And this is a twin turbo kit, so
even with the stage 3 CHRs, it's super responsive. Like you know, just hard throttle.
And these things really didn't wake up till I started hitting like 13, 14 pounds. Yeah. At one point I was like, all right, something's wrong, because it wasn't making the power, and then realized we didn't even put it in the efficiency range yet. So yeah, this thing's got anywhere from 480 to over 700 wheel within you hit the steering wheel and you can pick your maps, and there you are, man. So it's definitely a fun car. It's definitely one of those where you can enjoy it and not have to worry about anything.
We're going to stroll out of this cul-de-sac in Mexico real quick and make a flip around, and then we can see how she does from the lower gear.
So this is the one that had the gallery gaskets where it rubbed through the guide, if I remember correctly on this one.
So this car, yeah, it's a pre-12 NISMO. So I mean, all the cars pre-12, like even the ones 12, 13 and up, you'll still have the loose hardware. We actually have a short coming up where we have a car in the shop right now we're doing gaskets on where one of the bolts physically fell out and was in the pan. So I mean, that's still an issue that needs to be addressed. Plus, once you get around 100K, you want to check the timing anyway to make sure it's healthy. But yeah, definitely all the paper gaskets, man. If you're driving one of these cars and you may even think it has paper gaskets in it, it's a time bomb. And I can tell you, for as much of a pain in the butt as pricey as it could be to do gallery gaskets, it's more to do an engine. So
100%.
Make sure your oil pressure is healthy and get scheduled to get that timing done, so that way you'll know your engine's good, because that's a good investment. If you like the vehicle, if you want to keep it running for a long time, it's a solid investment on any of these. And it's a must before you double the factory power or triple the factory power of an engine. I mean, you put that extra stress, extra vibrations, you know, all the different harmonics and things that happen at 700 horsepower versus 330. Yeah. If something's already loose, it's going to come a lot more loose real quick. So just make sure all that stuff's up to good.
No, 100%. 100%.
It's so responsive for big turbos.
Yeah. You're in fifth gear there too.
Yeah, I know.
The out car view that Aiden's gonna get of that is gonna be amazing, and we'll pan to that. If y'all watch the videos, you know I drive a lot of these cars. Man, it's just good. You got a Z or a G or a Q, boost it. 100%. What are you waiting for, man? It's infinite smiles. 100%. Like miles per gallon every single time.
Oh man, that is the way. And it doesn't matter, twin turbo, single turbo, yeah, we make our own kits. Just boost it. It doesn't matter what you do. You're missing out if you don't.
The amount of money that you put into one of these to make the power that you get out of them, there's not anything on the showroom floor that you can compare with as far as pricing.
Speaking of forced induction, anytime's a cool time to announce, but we've got a couple builds coming up with some TRP stuff. So we are TRP dealers now for a lot of the CAN bus stuff. You know, shout out to Eugene, you know, for basically walking us through that program, because I believe he helped develop that stuff with the guys at TRP.
Right.
But that whole product line is amazing. We're super excited to use it. Like, you know, even all the products that we used to use, all of them have certain applications where they make a lot of sense. So just bringing more products to market so people have more options that work for them is, I mean, the great part of everything.
Right. And the CAN bus is just, you're opening up so many avenues of adding so many modules and stuff. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of other upcoming builds too that if we didn't have that, we wouldn't be able to complete the build. So I'm excited. We're excited to tell you guys about those too, because all that stuff's going to be real cool coming up.
No, 100%. So as always, we appreciate you guys watching. Hit the subscribe button below, and we'll catch you on the next one.